This is my buddy Pat. He showed up tonight. He drives the Nova Gina, the red 69 Nova. I mean, y'all can think about that name a little bit and kind of come up with your own conclusion. But anyway, he's my good buddy. He lives out here by me. We hunt, we fish, we race, and so somebody to hang out with, do videos with, and he's going to help us with these cars, and we're going to help him with his. So
it actually uplifts, you know, Monza's personality, or whatever you want to call it, to try to outrun it, because he hasn't done it yet. And there's videos to prove it. But anyhow, it gives him a target, something to shoot for, is to try to catch that red 69 Nova Gina. But anyhow, I'll get back.
See, he was so rattled right there, he couldn't even say the name of his car right. That tells you how much smoke he was blowing up here.
So this OG Camaro right here of Monza's, in Okima, on the street, many times. Won many rounds, won the crown several times.
Been number one several times.
Yep. This car right here, everybody wanting to know about it. So what do you think the plans are in the future for this ride?
So as of today, I ordered a new rear end from Quick Performance. Put a small tire on it.
Gonna go small tire.
So they will start building me a new rear end probably tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna order brand new quarters for it, because I ain't running these big stretch quarters in a little 28 10.5 tire.
That looks kind of good.
So the first thing on the agenda is to get the rear end in it, center section, different set of tires, and quarter pounds.
So just for people to understand, this car started out basically a back half car when the show came out.
100%.
100% back half.
It had the stock floor all the way to here.
Right.
This car would run 480s. Season 1, the second episode we filmed was at an air park in El Reno.
Yeah.
This car right here busted the Sonoma's ass, and they wouldn't air it on TV. Anybody that don't believe me, send Big Chief a message and ask him, because
I believe it did.
100% did.
That's two of the most OG cars for Street Outlaws. Was this car right here and the Sonoma.
And Big Chief's Pontiac.
And Big Chief's Pontiac. Once they got it going, you know, it wasn't there in the beginning, but so this car started out a back half car running 480s on back half, pretty good. Then it gradually, as the seasons went on, it gradually went to a full tube chassis, the way it sits right now, full tube 6.0 cert chassis car, and from which worked great on the street, and then it went to no prep kings, to where it literally got the hell beat out of it on these no prep tracks. For
the first 3 seasons of NPK,
yeah,
it was competitive.
Right.
Season 3, we finished 7th.
Yep.
Season 4, we finished 12th. Then it went to shit because they brought all the big money teams in and all the big cars that I couldn't compete with a car that was actually built for street racing. As
it happens in any sport, that's where this thing led to. So it goes from original, 2013 original Street Outlaw car, one of the baddest street cars in the world right here, one of the baddest street cars in the world in a back half form, goes to a full chrome molly chassis. Was that after your wreck, or was it a chrome molly before your wreck?
Before.
Okay.
So this car started with a 598. Then we upgraded to a 632.
Right.
Then we went to a 5-inch 4-space 762.
Right.
And we run the beginning of NPK with that. And then we went to the 481X via Robin Roberts. He helped us.
Right.
He put the 481X in it. And the car was fast.
Yes.
It
was extremely fast.
The car, the motor placement is wrong.
Right. For the NPK prep.
Right. Well, I mean, it's wrong for the street. We just made it work. We raced the car heavy. At 3,250 pounds, I can make this car go down any road. But the motor, mid-plate to center rear axle should be around 81, 82-ish inches.
Right.
And it's 87 and a half.
Yep. So this car, with all of its history with Street Outlaws, planning on going to a small tire setup, And what's next for it? Is it gonna be, just no prep races, street races? Or
It's gonna be set up this way. When it comes out on a small tire, we're gonna put a radiator back in it. We're gonna make it where we can drive it, and we can run it in a no prep, or we can street race it, either one.
Okay.
We're gonna move the motor back. We're gonna put something similar to a conventional headed big block Chevy in it with a pair of 88s on it.
So that's exactly what I want to see. Back to the basics, back where it started. You know, that's what I think. That's what a lot of people are gonna want to see out of this car right
Other
here.
than the small tires, but
Yeah.
I mean,
This is gonna be a badass small
in
tire.
all actuality, this car is Brandon. I give it to him,
Right.
but I'm gonna put it back together and race it because he don't have the money to right now. So
Right.
I'm going to, and when I'm done with it, he can crawl in the seat and do what he wants with it.
That's definitely one of the top notch OG cars right here. For sure.
I'm gonna put new doors, new front clip. I'm gonna put her back in her glory days form.
Yeah. So what are you thinking time wise on this?
This car probably won't be done this year.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess next spring.
Okay. So
Because
year
I'm
from
gonna
now.
spend too much time focusing on the Chevelle this
Right.
year, getting it out, racing it, having some fun.
Too many projects over here, you know?
Getting Brandon's other car done,
Right.
and then we're gonna I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna get the rear end in it, and I'm gonna have somebody put the quarter panels on it for me. And I'm gonna work on it as time allows. This is not a top priority,
Right.
but it is gonna be fixed and put back out there.
Yeah, it does need to see the street again. I agree with that. But
After winning that contest on Facebook where this was the most liked car in
Yes.
NPK,
yeah, I shared that, man.
I didn't
One of my
realize
favorites.
that this car had as big a following as it has.
Got a lot of
So
popularity.
we owe it to the fans to get this car back out and do something with it, and we're
Right.
going to.
I would say be on the alert a year from now, folks.
You know,
Watch for
there's just something about this car.
Yep,
I mean, it's just me.
it is.
I've made so many passes in this car in the last 10 years.
I do agree.
I don't feel right not driving it. I feel like this is the car I should be in.
Yeah. I can't wait for it to get back out.
This car made us who we are, and it'll never leave this family. When I'm
It'll be
dead and
fun.
gone, Brandon will be racing it.
It'll be fun to see it out again. I know I'm ready.
And for those who don't know and don't think we can small tire, so Big Chief used to put on a race here at Ardmore in Thunder Valley. What was it called? Midwest Outlaw something or another, but it was a 28 10-5 race series
Yeah.
in 2009, 2010. We won the championship, me and Brandon, 2 years in a row. Two time. So we know how to small tire, don't think we don't.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you race big tires for so long, you may have to get out the small tire book.
And back when we were doing it, we wasn't running no Holly or no fuel tech
Right.
or no traction control.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I want to see a big block back in it. You know, get back to the basics, where y'all started at.
I mean, this one will still have the fuel tech in it when we put the big block in it because it's already wired for it, and really none of that's going to change because we're going back twin turbo.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Twin turbo big block.
people can say what they want, but I mean, I like driving turbo cars. They're the hardest car you're ever going to have to tune.
Yeah.
Doesn't get any harder. And I looked a laptop in Brandon's lap one day and said, "Hey, you're gonna have to learn this." He done a pretty good job.
We did. Randy's done good at it. It took you a long ways with it. I can't wait to see it back out. We're gonna get that blue one done first and let y'all know what.
We're gonna get yours done, we're gonna get Brandon's done, and we're gonna get that Chevelle out and get it tested. In the meantime, I'll be gathering up parts for this, and I got a buddy, I think I'll have to put them quarter panels on it, and once we do that, the next thing I'm gonna do is order doors and front clip and have them mounted, and then we'll start focusing on a powertrain.
There you go. I can't wait. All right, so you're talking about putting this back on small tire and maybe putting a big block Chevy in it. And are you gonna water cool it?
Yep, we're gonna have a radiator And honestly, me and Brendan have been watching Sick Week, Rocky Mountain Week,
Drag and Drive.
Drag and Drive.
Yeah, all those things.
He's putting his car together to do them.
Right.
We're thinking about doing it with this. I don't know. We're gonna kind of leave it up to the fans. What do y'all think? Would you like to see this car out doing a drag and drive?
Man, that would be sick.
I think
Yeah.
that, I mean, the biggest deal is if you're gonna do a drag and drive, you gotta have a buddy go with you that's willing to work on a car.
You bet.
So we put a passenger seat in there, and me and you will hop in this and go do
Yeah,
Sick
right.
Week.
We're gonna hurt some feelings in it. No matter what week it is, Sick Week.
Well,
Rocky
we'll
Mountain
make
Week.
it Sick Week for a lot of them.
That drag and drive stuff's becoming pretty popular, and
And I've mentioned it before,
Yeah.
and I get a lot of mentions about it on my social media, and
I'd let the fans speak for themselves, see what they want you to do. But I mean,
I know my fans want to see it small tire and back out racing.
right. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they'd like to see it at some drag and drives, and I'm pretty sure that would be a lot of fun and
Yes.
some good exposure.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's definitely in our thoughts. And they do them. They just did one in like January, so
They
if
did.
we could have it ready for next January, it would be really cool to just jump in there and go do one of them.
Well, sounds like we need to go get started helping Brandon get his car finished and get this stuff on the road.
And get parts coming for this.
Yep.
So let's spend that money that we're not going to go spend chasing NPK on fixing this car.
Exactly. I agree.
So, there you go, folks. That's what we're going to do.